This is Heavy Talk. Each episode serves up straight talk with no chaser.
Are you ready for the show?
Friends, faculty, family, and the Tennessee State University class of 2023! Who says you can't go home again? 'Cause I'm back.
Tennessee State University is known for its rich history, excellent marching band, and successful alum. But in this video, we'll be peeking behind the curtain and diving into the turmoil that's spilling out into the public. Let's take a trip to Nashville, Tennessee, where a conflict is unraveling between Tennessee State University and state officials.
We go to the chancellor at UTC and say, why aren't you recruiting more black students to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga? And they're all going to TSU. Are we doing a disservice to all the other universities on trying to recruit African American students and minority students because y'all have made such an aggressive promise to these students to come there that they're bypassing and get the same education? I mean, what? I'm trying to figure out, in my mind, all of a sudden 2,000 students out of the blue decided, no pun intended, because that's the colors of the school.
Yeah, out of the blue.
Why did they come to TSU? Was it the aggressive marketing campaign, or was it because...
It was the high standards of TSU, the quality education they're going to get at TSU.
Here's where things went downhill for TSU at rapid speed.
This all started with a special report from Comptroller Jason Mumpower.
Well, number one, we just need to see solid decision-making by the management.
Over the course of 82 pages, his office details how TSU knew they had a housing shortage, yet ramped up scholarship offers along with promises of on-campus housing anyway, leaving scores of students in hotels or scrambling for other options.
Tennessee State University has not run as well as it should be. And so for the sake of the students, whatever needs to happen, we need the university to run well.
This subcommittee was tasked with deciding whether or not TSU's Board of Trustees should remain as the governing body for the school. After TSU's board chair promised more accountability, lawmakers were ready to vote.
We have a unanimous decision on this that you have been extended for 1 year.
TSU's governance structure is still in place.
Ultimately, if the rest of the legislature approves the one-year extension, it will be up to TSU President Glenda Glover to prove they've made improvements.
And we're going to do what we said we're going to do. We want to implement the changes that we put forth. Some have already done, the others to come.
A few moments later.
We're following a breaking news alert now. The president of Tennessee State University just announced her retirement. Allie Lynch now at the WKRN.com alert desk with more.
Nikhil, that's right. Dr. Glenda Glover announced on Twitter minutes ago her retirement. She served as TSU's president since 2013. She later held a news conference to talk about her accomplishments and the future of the university. She tweeted today, quote, "Today I announce my retirement as president of TSU, my beloved alma mater, at the end of the spring semester. I am privileged and forever grateful for this honor of a lifetime. As I prepare to hand over the reins, I remain committed to TSU and to ensuring equity and access to higher education."
Let's rewind back to early in 2023.
The question now becomes if Glover's job is safe. She didn't seem concerned.
I have never worried about a job or a next move.
But the comptroller wasn't as confident.
It is the management who have got them out of line coming into today. Can the management who works at the direction of the Board of Trustees fix things?
That's pretty interesting.
Let's talk about who took over the presidential duties at TSU. Meet TSU's interim president, Ronald Johnson. Johnson walked into this role already facing pressure of TSU being taken over.
Tennessee's only public historically black college or university appears on track for new leadership. The state's Republican supermajority moved today to replace the entire board that oversees Tennessee State University. Democrats tell State Capitol reporter Chris O'Brien they were blindsided.
The bill to slash Tennessee State University's Board of Trustees is headed toward law. The move comes after several scathing audits from the Tennessee Comptroller's Office alleging severe mismanagement of the university. Thursday, the measure passed the House.
This has been going on for years now, and the grace that has been given has actually been turned around and shoved back in our face from that very board. So we had to take a stand.
Well, faith and civil rights leaders went after Tennessee's General Assembly today after Republicans voted to replace Tennessee State University's Board of Trustees.
TSU administration, alum, and the community point to years of underfunding as the reason for TSU's financial struggles.
Both the U.S. Secretary of Education and the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture sent letters to 16 governors emphasizing an over $12 billion disparity in funding for HBCUs and their non-HBCU land grant peers in their state. And out of those 16 letters, Governor Bill Lee got this one on his desk, which is the largest funding disparity on the list. That $2 billion underfunding figure is the most of the states in the data.
Despite being owed nearly $2 billion in funding, a state congressional member says is no excuse for financial mismanagement.
Republican state leaders slammed the school's leadership last week, calling it a prime example of mismanagement.
Being chronically underfunded has nothing to do with the inability to appropriately put numbers into ledgers, right? That has nothing to do with that.
Less than a year on the job, Interim President Johnson continued to grapple with the dire financial issues and claims of mismanagement despite being underfunded.
TSU is confronting the challenges with deliberate strategic action. While we understand the complexities ahead, our resolve to restore financial health, enhance operations, and secure long-term prosperity is unwavering.
A few moments later.
Some breaking news here at 6 o'clock. A shakeup at Tennessee State University. Its interim president says he is stepping down effective Friday. Dr. Robert Johnson's resignation comes amid a dire financial situation announced last month during a state board commission hearing. Our Sharon Dankwa joins us now live at TSU after hearing from university leaders today, as well as alumni. Sharon, Dr. Johnson was initially set to be the university's president, we know, for a year.
Yeah, Tracy, that's right. He took on the role back in July after former university president Dr. Glenda Glover retired in June. And now today, Dr. Johnson sent out a note to the students and to the university saying that he and the Board of Trustees did not align and were not on the same page as far as what to do with the university moving forward.
After losing President Glover and interim President Johnson in 2 years, who will now lead TSU?
New leadership for Tennessee State University. With Dr. Ronald Johnson resigning as the interim president, Board of Trustees member Dwayne Tucker is taking the reins. But as TSU thanked Dr. Johnson for his time as president, during Friday morning's board meeting, some members were upset about how he handled his short tenure.
He spoke about TSU graduates and those who did not earn degrees as destined to work at Popeyes or Starbucks. He also began referring to this institution as this place.
The new question is, where does TSU stand today? Today, the financial issues at TSU are still a dire issue, with students now having to bear the brunt of a 6% tuition increase and fewer scholarships. If only TSU could receive the $2 billion in funding it's owed.
We've been intentionally deprived of educational funding, and it's wrong. And I would like to see the focus be on providing that funding, adequate funding going forward, but also addressing the dollars that the federal government and our own state audit suggests that is still owed to Tennessee State University, over $2 billion.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.